Welcome to I Know Health and Safety. This is the first of many in a series that I plan to produce where we're going to talk about Toolbox talks and taking two for safety. I hope you enjoy, and please comment below in the comments. Thanks. Today we're going to be talking about working at heights. Working at heights is a concern that we need to talk about because it's still the leading cause of injury and death in workplaces. To define working at height, it's any time a worker has the risk of falling for anything greater than 10 feet. It's such a grave concern because any fall from a height can cause serious injury and even death. It's such a great concern because even though there's legislation in many different provinces and jurisdictions across Canada, workers continue to take risks and not wear the proper PPE or implement controls. Okay, let's take a look at some of the stats involving working at heights. The split is even, 50-50 for males and females. The industries that cause greatest concern, the service industry has 24% of all the recordable injuries, with the construction, healthcare, and manufacturing taking 10% each beyond that, and the transportation and agricultural not far behind. The age group of 50 to 60 years of age is your highest risk category. Your second highest risk category is the age of 40 to 50 years. And your ages 60 plus and under 30 are the third category. So again, your highest risk age group is your 50 to 60 years of age. Proper planning is required for all jobs that require working at heights. The best approach is the use of hierarchy of controls. First is the elimination. Eliminating any of your hazards, so taking a job that is done at heights and taking it down to ground level, first priority. Substitution. Can you substitute a job that's done off a ladder to a job that might be done off an elevated work platform or a lift? Engineering controls. So can we eliminate the use or isolate the individual using engineering controls? A good example is putting guardrails on the edge of a roof. Administrative controls. Can we change how people do their work? A company may decide to implement a policy that nobody works 10 feet from the edge of a roof. Finally, PPE. Providing equipment or PPE to individuals, such as fall restraint, travel restraint, or restricting fall catching nets. What you need to do as a team member. One, team members need to plan their work and identify the hazards prior to doing their work. Ensure they have all the proper and necessary training and equipment to work at heights, and they need to use that appropriate equipment on every job to prevent injuries. Supervisors need to ensure that any work that is done at height is identified and the proper controls are implemented prior to the start of work. You need to ensure that all of your staff have appropriate training and equipment required to complete that job. Ensure that all equipment is inspected and certified as required. And we need to make sure that all of our staff are carrying the appropriate certification cards with them. So in conclusion, working at heights is a high-risk activity, but with proper planning and implementation of controls, this can be greatly reduced. Thank you, and remember to take your two for safety.